Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars.
Wow, it's fast. That's
like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, but doing the wrong thing. And I feel something so wrong, but doing the right thing. I could lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Hey. I feel your love and I feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is our four-letter word. Make that money, watch it burn. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. And I feel something so wrong, we're doing the right thing. I could lie. Everything that drowns me makes me wanna fly. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came.
Cast a spell on me. You hit me like the sky fell on me. And I decided you look well on me. So let's go somewhere no one else can see you and me. Turn the lights out now. I'll take you by the hand and you another drink. Drink it if you can. Can you spend a little time? Time is slipping away from us, so stay with me. I can make you glad you came. The sun goes down, the stars come out.
gonna get married, going to the chapel, and we're gonna get
I'm glad you glad you came. The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came.
Yellow diamonds in the light. Now we're standing side by side as your shadow crosses mine. What it takes to come alive. It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I gotta let it go. We found love in a hopeless place. 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 Shine a light through an open door. Love and life I will divide. Turn away 'cause I need you more. Feel the heart beating.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now, stand by me. When the sky that we look upon should crumble and fall, and the mountain should tumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now, stand by me, stand by me.
For those who don't know me, I'm Sophie's big brother Anthony. I'll be guiding us through the twists and turns of today's proceedings. But first, I've got a few things I wanted to say. 5 prime ministers, 2 financial crises, Sunderland relegated, Brexit, Sunderland relegated again, 1 global pandemic, 2 dogs, and 1 baby Millie. All of this has happened while we've been sitting patiently waiting for Sophie and Luke to finally get married. But as we stand here today in sunny Portugal, in this incredible setting, I'm sure we can all agree that it's been worth the wait. Indeed. In all seriousness, no, I could not be happier to be officiating this wedding. I've known Luke for such a long time now, and I can't think of anyone better to look after my little sister. We might officially become brothers-in-law today, but Luke, you've been like a brother to me for a long time now already. Sophie, you look absolutely beautiful as always, despite all the good genes coming to me. I love you both so much, and thank you again for making me such an important part of today's proceedings. Now we'd like to open up by inviting Luke's dad Neil up, who's going to be doing a reading. Interesting fact, me and Neil have the same barber.
Good afternoon, guys. I was asked to do a reading, and Google's a fine thing, eh? So don't think that I've sat down for hours and thought about it, but I did look at the words and I thought, this is apt. I should have had it ready. Marriage is about giving and taking, about forging and forsaking, kissing and loving, pushing and shoving, caring and sharing, screaming and sharing. About being together, whatever the weather, about being driven to the end of your tether, about sweetness and kindness and wisdom and blindness. It's about being strong when you're feeling weak. It's about saying nothing when you're dying to speak. It's about being wrong when you know you're right. Luke. It's about giving in before there's a fight. Yes. All the guys know that one. It's about two living as cheaply as one. Not sure about that one. Never heeding advice that it was always well meant. Never counting the cost until it's all spent. And for you two today, it's about to begin. And for all that, the two of you have put in some days filled with joy and some days sadness. Too late you'll discover that marriage is absolute madness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys.
We get it almost every night. When that moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep them tight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Right, by the way, you look beautiful, both of you. Love is like magic, and it always will be, for love still remains life's sweet mystery. Love works in ways that are wondrous and strange, and there's nothing in life that love cannot change. Love can transform the most commonplace into beauty and splendour and sweetness and grace. Love is unselfish, understanding and kind, for it sees with its heart and not with its mind. Love is the answer that everyone speaks. Love is the language that every heart speaks. Sorry, guys. Love can't be bought, it is priceless and free. Love, like pure magic, is a sweet mystery.
Luke, you are my best friend. I'm in awe of you. For your kindness, your ability... Hello? Your ability to light up any room with your infectious smile. The way you put everyone first, but most importantly, how I now get to see you become an amazing father to our beautiful baby girl, Millie. I'm so proud of you and the life we have created together. To be known and known by you is a gift and a privilege. I know we're made for each other. I love you.
Sophie, I love you with all my heart. You've seen every part of me. You've stood by my side. You've never given up on me, and I have no doubt that you are the person I'm meant to spend my life with. I vow to keep a soft heart when challenges come. I vow to support you in all things, to love you well, and to create a life we're proud of.
Do you promise that the love shared on this beautiful day will continue to flourish and grow stronger with every passing moment, come what may?
I do.
As you embark on this wonderful adventure, do you promise to always remember the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return?
We do.
Here's to a life filled with truth, beauty, freedom, and above all things, love. Congratulations on your marriage. You may kiss the bride. Thank you very much. If you've got confetti, feel free to throw it now.
You've got the love I need to see me through.
We'll be down, you know.
Everywhere.
It seems like life is just too much. You've got the love I need to see me through. When food is gone, you are
Gracias,
my
guapa.
daily need. Oh, when friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. You know it's real. You got the love. 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 Time after time, I think, oh Lord, what's the use? Time after time, I think it's just no good. Sooner or later in life, the things you love, you lose. But you've got the love I need to see me through. You got the love. 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 You got the Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air, 'cause I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. You got the love I need to see me through.
When I that Marty bum, I've seen your frown and it's like looking down the barrel of a gun and it goes off. And how come all these words? Oh, there's a very pleasant side to you, a side I much prefer. It's one that's laughs and jokes around. Remember cuddles in the kitchen, yeah, to get things off the ground. And it was up, up and away. Oh, but it's really hard to remember that on a day like today, when you're all argumentative and you've got the face on. Now the money bum, oh, I'm in trouble again, aren't I? I thought as much, 'cause you turned over there and pulling that silent disappointment face, the one that I can't bear. Well, can't we just laugh and joke around? Remember cuddles in the kitchen, yeah, to get things off the ground. And it was up, up and away.
Oh, but it's really hard to remember that on a day like today when you're all argumentative and you've got the face on. And yeah, I'm sorry I was late, but I missed the train and then the traffic was a state, and I can't be asked to carry on in this debate that reoccurs. Or when you say I don't care, but of course I do, yeah, I clearly do.
Speeches are about to start, and of course, as the father of bride, I'm the first one to make a speech. Can I just sing Hotel California? Because I know the bloody words to that, so but they've just done it, so sorry about that. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Firstly, can I introduce myself and clear up any misunderstandings? I am not Simon Le Bon, lead singer with Duran Duran's. Cap. The cap. Put it on there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am, hold the t-shirt up, this is my manny, the bride father. I'm also probably the only father to attend his daughter's hen party. I was there in a DJing capacity, and ladies and gentlemen, it's only by the grace of God that I'm here today. One of the girls, Jazzy, wherever she is, literally forced me to drink a bottle of tequila with her. Shall we just say it didn't end well, and shall we just say that I was lucky to see my 61st birthday the following day. In my role as the bride father, I'd like to thank you all for joining us for this wondrous occasion at the stunning Villa Vita. I hope you're having a lovely time in the beautiful Algarvian sunshine and beaches. I'd like to give a big thank you to the bridesmaids, the ushers, and all members of the family who've helped start this event off in style. Can we also say obrigado to Helena and all the staff at Villa Vita, who are already doing a fantastic job for us. Ladies and gentlemen, before I regale you with tales of my daughter, our beautiful bride today, can we all take a little bit of time to remember our absent friends? I would particularly like to mention Sophie's granddad, George, who brought us to the Algarve over 30 years ago. Also Luke's granddads, Jimmy and John, and Grand Pat. Let's raise a glass to those folks. Now it's time to talk about Sophie's favourite subject, which is Sophie. Sophie, if I haven't said already, Sophie, you look absolutely stunning today. Gorgeous girl. Sophie Elizabeth Dugdale was born on the 1st of the 4th, 1992. And from an early age was the smiley, chatty, singing, dancing girl we all know today. From about 2, she was so desperate to join her big brother Anthony at Chorister School, she would refuse to leave when her and Pip dropped him off. She used to say, "No, leave me here." Eventually she did join Chorister School, and thanks to Mrs. Plummer, who's over there in the corner hiding, who was the sports mistress, she excelled at netball, hockey and rounders. From Choristers to Durham School, the dark years. A near expulsion, only talked out of by me, talking to the headmaster and bullshitting him, she managed to keep her place. We'll leave the rest of it for today. After leaving, she went to Newcastle College to do a beauty course. As you can see, it worked. Where she met Jordan. Not Katie Price Jordan, but Jordan from North Shields, whose dad had a mobile chippy. And before you ask, the chips were fantastic. While at the college, she was asked by hairdresser Janet Maitland to model at one of her shows. Janet and her husband Peter were so impressed by Sophie, they offered her a job at the salon, which she duly accepted and became a hairdresser, and her hairdressing career began. While hairdressing, Soph cut some famous heads of hair. Michael Jackson? Not the Beat It Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson, the millionaire property developer from Concert. Also, Gary Barlow. Not the lead singer of Take That, but the father of Alex, the woodworking wizard from Gilesgate. Try saying that after 2 bottles of Bolly. She did have a brief spell working with me in the carpet trade, but quickly decided selling a Prince of Wales suit check was preferable to a bit of shag pile. Bit of blue for the dads. Everyone, there are many stories I could have told you about Sophie, but as we're here in the Algarve, I think we should start here. As I've mentioned, we first came to the Algarve in the late 80s as a family, and we have visited many, many times over the years. This is Danger Soph. On one visit with my sister Rosie, we had just arrived at our villa when Pip said, "Anyone seen Soph?" Just then we heard, I hear," and we looked to the sky, and there she was, 40 foot high in a tree. She was only about 3. Spider Sophie climbed all the way to the top and was waving. On another Portuguese holiday with the Oswald family, Soph did another runner, but luckily was found by her granddad George jumping into the pool without armbands. She was only 14 months old. Bizarrely, we've discovered afterwards that Luke did pretty much exactly the same thing when he was the same age. Singer Soph. A few years later on, another Algarve Oswald holiday, we hired 2 cars to drive to our villa from the airport. Sophie was riding with Uncle Gary. On arrival, Gary demanded a large glass of beer, as he had spent the last hour listening to Sophie singing and chatting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, anyone who has had the misfortune to hear Gary sing will know this was definitely a case of the popcorn and the kettle black. Party Soph. I'm going to move on. Away from the Algarve. Now, before we do, let me show you the picture of Sophie on a holiday in the Algarve, practicing her future role as a party host at Crowd Now. Anyone who doesn't get a good view, come over later on, we'll show you. Now, we all know Soph likes a party, but when she was little, she took it to a whole new level. Soph worked out from a young age that when it's your birthday, good things happen, hopefully including a Colin the Caterpillar. So whenever introduced to a new group of friends, she would inform them it was her birthday, even if it wasn't April the 1st. The funniest occasion was when we were on holiday skiing, and Pip and I arrived to pick Soph up from ski school to be greeted with the whole class singing "Happy Birthday to Sophie," and it wasn't the 1st of April. Anyway, folks, that's Sophie. Fun, wild, crazy, but most important of all, a beautiful, loving daughter, wife, and mother. Now we're on to Luke. I was supposed to say, now we move on to our handsome bridegroom. Sorry, Luke. Let's get it right. Unlike Barlow and Chris, I'm here to say nice things about you, Luke. Probably. Sophie and Luke met while working as beautiful people, hosting the Crowd Now party events. Now, anybody who gets a chance, if you ask Luke to see his shirt he was wearing on his stag, where there's a picture of Sophie and Luke, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Actually, a little known fact is that they actually met before that when they were both younger, as they went to the same tennis coaching morning in Durham. Of course, Soph didn't talk to little Luke because he was 2 years younger than her. But who knew, folks? He was the future toy boy. Anyway, following from the Crowd 9 days, they became inseparable. Pip and I got to know Luke a lot better as he spent more and more time at our house. We soon realised what a super lad he was, and thanks to Neil and Karen, had been brought up with excellent values. Neil had also coached him well in wine drinking skills, which of course was sadly wasted when visiting our teetotal household. Luke's drive and determination took him to Sunderland Uni, where naturally he gained a first in business. And by the way, did you know he was a head boy? Then in his placement year, he went down south to work at SAP, where our son Anthony was also working. I'm so pleased to say Luke and Ant have gone on to forge a good friendship, which I think Anthony mentioned earlier on. We're probably helped by living with the Maidenhead Massive. Having finished uni, Luke came up with a brilliant business idea we now know as Suit Culture. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, did you know that the event today is sponsored by Suit Culture, Rolex and Bilbercrin? Well done, Luke. Genuinely. Pip and I are so proud to call you our son-in-law. And then came Millie. The most amazing thing has happened to Pip and I, ladies and gentlemen. The 2 wonderful people I've just told you about have now given us our first grandchild, Millie. Where is she? Hi, Millie! This amazing little person has lit up our world. Luke, can we welcome you to the Dugdale family? And God help you. Anyway, mate, after 12 years, you can't say you didn't know what you let yourself in for. High voltage rock and roll. At this point, I was supposed to say something caring and profound, so here it is. You found love, so don't fight it. Love is a roller coaster. You just gotta ride it. Carry on if you feel the need. In other words, through good times and bad, always love and look after each other. And if you really... Oh, I've lost my thing here. Oh, hang on, sorry. I knew this would go wrong. You know, everybody who knows me knows technology and me don't go well together. And if you're really lucky, you'll find someone like I have who will put up with you for almost 40 years. Thank you to my wife, Pip, where is she over there, for being a wonderful wife and mother and long-suffering. Finally, folks, you will be pleased to know I've almost finished. So it's time to toast the bride and groom. The bride and groom, everybody. I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hop hop. Don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie, the up jump the boogie, the rhythm of the boogie, the beat. Well, what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Chris, and I'd like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and yellow. But first I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie, the up jump the boogie, let's rock the boogie, let's rock the riddle, make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along, they're behind me. And next on the mic is my man Luke. Come on, Luke, sing your song. Luke Sparks, everybody!
So my wife and I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone here today. It's always a big ask when you announce you're getting married abroad. But Sophie and I are extremely grateful for everyone who has joined us for our special day. It really does mean a lot to have all of our friends and family with us celebrating. Although it would have been a lot easier and a lot less stressful to make this speech in front of 30 instead of 90 of you today. But on the bright side, I suppose never again will I be on a terrace full of Dugdales and be able to get a word in.
Nice one.
So I think quite a lot of you have heard there was a bit of stressful moments last Sunday. So me, Soph, Millie, Pip, Chris and family flew out here, relaxed, ready for a great time. We got off the plane in Faro and had been stood in passport control queue for an hour, only for Sophie to turn to me and say, "Luke, where's your hand luggage?" My face dropped and we knew it didn't come off with us. And by knew it didn't come off with us meant I hadn't picked it up. But in typical bloke fashion, I denied it was my fault. So there's a few important things I needed to do on my wedding day, being the owner of a suit company. One was look smart, and two was actually bring a suit. Several phone calls later with Jet2, and we managed to track down the case back in Newcastle. The lady who found it was a little bit surprised with what she found inside. We had 40 of Millie's nappies, 1 tub of Aptamil, 3 packs of Pampers baby wipes, and a beige double-breasted suit. So my first cheers is going to go to Liam. So thank you for collecting my suit from Newcastle Airport and make sure I actually look half decent today. Cheers. So 13 years ago, Sophie and I met in a nightclub in Durham. Bleach blonde hair and fake tan. And that was just from me. After that night, we never left each other's side. And then I was introduced to Sophie's family, who all welcomed me with open arms. Although I did have to win Aunt over, as Spice Boy got thrown about a little bit. I don't blame you either, mate. The All Saints, low scoop top, skinny jeans, looking like something out of One Direction. Chris, thank you for giving Sophie away willingly. Actually, maybe a little bit too willingly.
You see how fast I was coming down the aisle?
No, I knew I was meant to be part of the family when we were holidaying one year in La Manga. As we're driving into the entrance of the hotel, Chris points to who he thought was Rose on a bike, to then proceed to wind the window down and shout, "Get a shift on!" Only for me to look back and say, "Chris, that's not Rose." Chris just got lower and lower into the taxi seat. But Chris and I also share love for cycling, and never did I ever think I would receive a text from my father-in-law saying, "I'll bring the lube." In all seriousness though, you've always been there for Sophie and I. We always know who we turn to no matter what. It wouldn't be a wedding day if we didn't have a whiskey out the bottle and not thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do that. Oh my word. There we go for one. There's already some missing. Guess who had that this morning?
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Pip, Where are we? There. Thank you for always being there for Sophie, Millie and I, and of course Leo and Teddy. To have raised someone who genuinely puts everyone before themselves, goes the extra mile all of the time, and always sees the positive in every situation is a huge testament to both you and Chris. It's a privilege to have you as my mother-in-law. Your Sunday lunches are exceptional. I'm sure a lot in this room would agree. And your love for Rosie and the garden is unmatched. I love you all.
Thank you.
Kaz and Neil, Mum and Dad. You've done so much for me throughout my life that I don't know how to put into a few sentences. More than anything else, you've made me feel loved and supported and able to achieve whatever I set my mind to. Not only that, you've also instilled in me a strong work ethic, a quality which has helped build Sioux culture with Liam. You've been great parents and I can't thank you enough for your help with everything. I remember the first day I brought Sophie home and you both welcomed her with open arms, although Soph wasn't too impressed we had to share a single bed. Ladies and gentlemen, please can I ask you to raise a toast? I'm going to go with this one. To the parents. The bridesmaids, you all look beautiful. There's a long list, so you might have to stick with us here.
Football team!
Amy, Jazz, Jess, Jodie, Caroline, Natasha, Sophie P, Naomi, Zoe, Sarah, and of course Hallie. Also a huge shout out to our beautiful little flower girls, Millie and Daisy. A special thanks goes to Sophie's maid of honour, Amy. You produced a memorable day for Sophie's hen do. I was sent photos of the girls in high-vis jackets, glow sticks, and a very special guest who sat to my right on the decks in DJ Doug. There wasn't much tequila got drank either, was there, Jazz? Now I have had to change this a little bit, because basically I was thanking Alex for taking me home on the stag. So thank you to Alex and all the lads who came on the mini stag do in Albufeira. Originally I had wrote down, thank you Alex, my best man, for getting me home that evening. But roles were reversed when Chris and I were putting him in a taxi at 9:30. We knew it was time for him to go home when he started referring to himself in third person. To be honest, I didn't feel too great the next day, to say the least, but a wise man always told me, what makes you bad makes you better, delay the hangover. But Chris, I've been saying that for the last 4 days and it doesn't seem to be working.
Just got to keep practicing.
Also a huge thank you to Anne, the master of ceremony. That ceremony was a little more tame than when you were blasting out Tenacious D in Albufeira on Thursday with Chris Dugdale on the air guitar. Thanks for today, mate. Please, if everyone can join me in raising a glass for the groomsmen. Groomsmen. Now on to the star in the show, my wife. Sophie, you look so beautiful today, as you do every other day, and I'm incredibly lucky and proud to call you my wife. I'm in awe of your happiness, energy, positivity, and love for life, and can't thank you enough for how amazing you have been to me over the last 13 years. I'm incredibly lucky to have met my soulmate so early on. You gave me the best present 10 months ago in our beautiful little girl, Millie. She's already showing signs of tenacity, a strong will, and of course kindness, which I have no doubt comes from you. I love you both very much, and I can't wait to continue growing our family. For the last time, if I could ask you to raise a glass for my beautiful wife and little girl.
Sophie and Millie!
So I guess firstly we'll disappoint because I'm not going to do any rapping that Big Chris has done. So yeah, that won't be happening unfortunately. But I just wanted to start off by congratulating Luke, mainly on his choice of groomsman. You've really outdone yourself there, mate. But for those of you that don't know us, I'm Chris. This is Alex, carried home at 9. Not just Big Chris's prop man for the speeches either. But if there's any of you that can't hear us back there, we've got a mic, which didn't know we'd have. So you're probably not missing much, but might be something to do with us sitting in the airport, 6 a.m. pint in hand on Wednesday when we flew out here and thinking, shit, we best actually crack on with this speech in a few days' time. Over to yourself.
I'm honoured to stand here today as best man for my best mate's wedding. I've known Luke for over 18 years now, so before this day he gave me strict instructions to keep it clean, short and not embarrassing. So I had the choice to listen to my long life friend or live life on the edge. Some of you may wonder how this amazing couple met. Imagine two people covered in fake tan, glitter, wearing little clothing, strutting their stuff around nightclubs. Their eyes met, and Sophie couldn't resist those blonde tits. For anyone who didn't get to see them, just ask Luke to dig out his stag do shirt, as you already know, as Chris has already beat us to that one. As for the first time I met Soph, she delivered a drunken me home, carried me upstairs, and put me to bed. Surprisingly, this wasn't when I realised she was the one for Luke. Things haven't changed as that happened on Thursday also. I'll now pass you over to Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I've only known Luke and Soph coming up on 10 years now, so luckily I managed to skip out that fake tan phase. Thankfully for us all today, their dress codes have improved somewhat in that time, although by the sounds of it, if you'd not found that suit, Luke, you might have been struggling. Sophie, you look absolutely amazing today, as ever. Let's not forget the bridesmaids as well. You all look incredible today. Ushers, I think we've all scrubbed up pretty well as too. Whether we all look like this after an hour or two of cocktails up here in the sun is anyone's guess. Still with me. One moment, caller. Luke is genuinely always there for everyone, anyone. Gives all that solid advice and everything. He's intelligent, successful, and... sorry, Luke, what's the next word say? He is very much naturally gifted at sport, though. He's been smashing in the golf over the past couple of days on his stag do, but he didn't quite win the Dugdale Cup. Might have been something to do with the 8am pints we were having each day, probably.
As we stand here today, I cannot help but reminisce about the good old days, Luke, when we were young, daft and carefree. If you find me after another couple of drinks, you might get to hear some of the stories that weren't suitable for today. Through life, everyone wanted to be friends with Luke, down to his good looks, humour, and not to forget his smoking hot mum wherever she is.
Where's Kaz? There she is.
So, without Karen, we might not have been standing here today. We couldn't forget to mention Neil. What a top young man you have both raised, and I'm sure I can speak for myself and your closest family and friends how proud we are of him. Luke has come far over the years from being head boy at school, a bronze god of Crowd 9, to be standing here now, an amazing father to Millie and a successful businessman with Sioux culture.
We can't forget to shout out your parents either, can we? Chris, Pip's around somewhere, I'm sure. Over that way. Hi, Pip. I'm sure you couldn't be prouder of the daughter that you've raised today. She's doing an amazing job. She's a successful woman in her own right. She's raised an incredible daughter in Millie. And she's had a lot of good practice with Leo and Ted's, raising those boys. On behalf of the rest of the groomsmen and the many, many, many bridesmaids, I'd just like to thank... probably up to 15 now. Yeah. We just wanted to thank you both for including us all on your special day. I think we'd all agree so far it's been incredible, and Sophie, it's probably all down to your hard work, if we're honest.
Anyways, Luke, we won't keep you any longer, as we know you're dying to have a bottle of red wine. So, I ask you all to raise your glasses and join me in wishing Luke and Sophie a happy long life together. Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Sproat.
I'd like to start by introducing myself to those of you who may not know me. I'm Amy, Sophie's youngest cousin, mostly known as Gremmers to the family. But if you want to know how I got that name, I'll tell you later, because this is all about Sophie. Growing up alongside my cousin Sophie was exactly as you'd imagine knowing her now, because she hasn't changed at all. She was always looking after us, making us laugh, full of stories to tell of whatever mischief she'd been getting up to at school. We would invent what we thought were high-level dance routines to perform to anyone who would watch us every Christmas. She'd play with us for hours on end, always inventing new games to keep us entertained. One of my favourite games was playing hotels at our grandparents' house in Newmarket. The rules were simple. We'd take turns playing receptionist and guest checking in, and each time we'd invent ridiculous characters and storylines for each guest. The irony to this story struck me recently when retelling it, as I realised we always used the hallway in their house as a pretend swimming pool. We'd literally swim along the carpet on our stomachs to arrive at reception. Yes, it was a swim-up reception area. We're very good at using our imaginations. I realise now how ridiculous this was, because Grandma and Grandad had a real-life swimming pool in the garden. But apparently the hallway was a superior choice for us. As you can imagine, growing up with a cousin as cool as Sophie, I was constantly in awe of her, copying her in any way I could. I always remember she had enough Ugg boots to open her own store, and the coolest clothes which she dressed me up in whenever we went to stay. She was always adopting a new hairstyle, pushing her hair to its limits to find out just how much bleach it could take. Looking back now, I think Sophie will agree that the back-combed and extension-filled hairdos were something to be left in the early 2000s. As was the very pale foundationer's lipstick that she rocked for the best part of a decade. And then she grew up and she started going out. Now, being the youngest member of the family, this meant I had to get on board or get left out, which wasn't happening. So naturally, I'll give you one guess who the first person to give me my first ever alcoholic drink was. I like to think being the youngest taught me some important values very early on in life. And important values growing up surrounded by the Dugdale family means learning how to properly drink. Unfortunately, in Soph's case, she most definitely inherited the Oswald taste for alcohol. Thankfully, she's now learnt to stick to the good stuff, champagne and Provence rosé. But there was a sticky time in the middle there for a few years where she thought she could get away with drinking cheap vodka from the bottle. Her kidneys made sure she knew this was not the case, and they thank her to this day for swapping the Smirnoff for the LPR. We were lucky enough growing up to spend many holidays in Spain all together as a family, which truly are some of the best memories of our childhood. As we got older, it became a little bit less about diving competitions into the swimming pool all day, and more about sitting around the table playing Ring of Fire all night. Although we always still maintained the family tennis tournament, which Ant and I claim to be reigning champs to this day. Purple Cobras for life. As the years went by, our place in Spain in La Manga Club rightfully earned its new name in the family, and to many others here, as Lash Manga. This is where Luke enters the scene. It was actually in Spain where we met Luke in person for the first time. Naturally, we had our reservations because, as I said, Sophie had started going out, working in nightclubs and drinking vodka out the bottle. So Anthony, being the protective older brother, was not best pleased with this. He arrived to Spain a few days earlier than Luke and Soph. He didn't paint the best picture of this new kid on the block, or as Ant decided to nickname him, Spice Boy. We were told of this gold, spray-painted boy with chiselled abs, patrolling around Newcastle with his top off, working in all the clubs. This image was actually 100% true. We obviously had nothing to worry about, and the second he got there, we were hooked, and still are to this day.
Treat Dave at table tennis.
Yeah, big moment. We are not the easiest family to fit in with, but he soon clocked on if he could handle his drink and listen to loud music until the early hours of the morning, he was going to be fine by us. The moment he truly solidified himself was during one of these late-night music sessions in Lash Manga, where we'd pass the Sonos around and each pick a song to play. Someone had put on Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. Luke was feeling the rhythm. The beat had taken over, and he was leading the charge on this one. The iconic song came in, and as we sang the lines together, Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But Luke, take this one for me.
The janitor's not my son.
Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who thinks
Here I am.
I am the one, but the janitor's not my son.
If we were ever in doubt about him before, completely making up your own lyrics to a song, regardless of it making any sense, you can belt it out at the top of your lungs. Now he knew it was one of us. I have to say how wonderful it's been to witness the amazing years these two have spent together, and I think we all know them now well enough as a couple to have seen this for ourselves on many occasions. To now see them become parents as well to our gorgeous new addition, Millie, is just amazing. We all knew they'd make the best parents, and seeing their family grow is such an honour to be a part of. I'd just like to end on one final happy memory from the time when Luke told me he wanted to marry Soph for the first time. Glastonbury Festival 2015. Kanye West was headlining. The three of us had established ourselves in a great spot. Kanye came out to No Church in the Wild. Everyone was ecstatic, we were all singing along. And then, just like something out of a movie scene, Luke puts his arm around Soph, as he is now, turns to me and says, "This one's going to be a marriage." And the rest is history. I'm so pleased to say that nearly 10 years later, I have the privilege of asking you all to please join me in raising a glass to this beautiful couple. I wish you all the love and happiness in the world. To Luke and Sophie! Cheers! Woo! Let's have some music.
I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out, no need to take it slow. I'm stepping to you toe to toe. I should be scared, honey, maybe so, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the clouds below. I ain't worried about it.
I'd like to present to you Mr. and Mrs.
I don't know what you've been told, but time is running out, so spend it like it's gold. I'm living like I'm 19 old. Got no regrets even when I'm broke. Yeah, I'm at my best when I got something I'm wanting to steal. They're too busy for them problems and problems to feel. Yeah, yeah, no stressing, just obsessing with sealing the deal. I take it in and let it go, but I ain't worried about it right now. Keeping dreams alive, 1999 heroes. I ain't worried about it right now. Swimming in the floods, dancing on the clouds below. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it.
Day starts with a coffee and ends with a wine. Takes forever to get ready, so she's never on time for anything. But she gets that come get me, that look in her eyes. Well, it kinda scares me, the way that she drives me wild. She drives me wild. Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her house here. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy's beautiful to me. Makes plans for the week, can't wait to go out. It changes her mind, let's say on a couch, what you read. She falls asleep.
Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, but her crazy's beautiful to me.
She's unpredictable, unforgettable. It's unusual, unbelievable. How I'm such a fool, yeah, I'm such a fool for her.
Beautiful, crazy, she can't help but amaze me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy, she's crazy, she's crazy, but her crazy
atmosphere is melody. I'm rocking to the beat. I'm meeting the crew, and my friends are gonna try to make me. You see, I am DJ Chris, and I'd like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and yellow. Whoa. Bang bang, the booty, you don't jump the booty, the beat, you don't stop, make the rhythm and make your body rock. But so far you've heard my voice, and I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing your song to me.
Yes, I swear, is it true? I only had the time of my life, and it's all to open up the door. And I said, it's the truth, and I owe it up to you. Say she.
I'm gonna give you my heart, 'cause you're a sky, 'cause you're a sky full of stars, 'cause you light up the path. You've done it, I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. I want to stars. I wanna die. Caroline, good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. I'll be fine. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. I'm feeling fine. You believe I never
Officiating weddings, singing. I'll do software sales as well. I won't tell you that. I'm expensive though.
Love is like magic, and it always will be, for love still remains life's sweet mystery. Love works in ways that are wondrous and strange, and there's nothing in life that love cannot change. Love can transform the most commonplace into beauty and splendour and sweetness and grace. Love can't be bought, it is priceless and free. Love, like pure magic, is a sweet mystery.
Mr. and Mrs.
And what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. I'm meeting the crew. I'm afraid to try to your feet. You see, I am DJ Chris, and I like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and the yellow. Well, bang bang, the boot and the boogie, don't jump the boot in the beat, you don't stop. Make the rhythm and make your body rock. But so far you've heard my voice, and I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing